Yo, what's happening? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy L Train Locomotive. Fresh back on Twitch. Hashtag Twitch Boys. We back with another tutorial. And this time, y'all know him. Y'all may love him. Or y'all may hate fight him. Say this and that about him. We talking about your boy, Martial Law. AKA Bruce Lee, AKA Jinku Do Master, whole nine, whatever you want to call him, whatever you go by when you talk, is him, Martial. So this is pretty much gonna go over like the basics and then a little bit of advanced. But I know there's a lot of people that want to play him and are interested in him. So I am going to help you as best as I can to get a foundation of using them. So just to briefly go over Law's character archetype or his playstyle, pretty much. He is a offensive pressure counter hit style character, meaning he can be oppressive on offense, and he's also good at garnering counter hits due to his some of the tool set that he has. Now, just gonna go over some of the basics momentarily. Hold on one second. There's a few people ask me, is the tutorial starting? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We live. We live, big fella. Let's see here. Oh, we got somebody joining the party. No, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Like I said, I just literally just started up. Let's see. But yeah, I hope that, after this tutorial is done, you'll have an idea of the type of character he really is, and get in the lab, have some fun, learning this character. So, here we go. Just gotta get the word out, man. Okay, so we'll start with like some of the basics. Of course, his jab, which of course everybody has, 10 frame. Has some decent reach on it. Decent. Now I'm gonna go over like some of the notable moves that you may see a lot of. Of course, like I said, jab is down 4-1, pretty good. You want to get in and out of range, try to harass with that, and that's up 4-1. Quick little poke, about 11 frames. So jab, you can dance in between it. Like maybe move, maybe give out right here, and then if a person try to press a button, like backdash right after that, because it has a little bit of advantage. And if they whiff a button, let me see, case and point. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys a quick little example of that. Let's see. So we'll say stand. I would say mimic because they'll hit the lag. We'll try it. We'll give it a whirl. I haven't, the thing is, I haven't messed with mimic a whole lot, so I'm still getting used to using it to practice certain things, not everything, just certain things. Let's see here. So basically. Okay, yeah, then I could probably get her to do something. Okay, let's try it out. So move in. Basically back turn, well spin basically. But you get the general concept. If they press a button after getting hit by that, so. But I'm gonna get back to the nitty gritty though. So, like I said, we have up forward one, down forward one, jab. Now, one move that you're going to be using a lot with him, you have back four, which is a homing move. You cannot sidestep it. So pretty good move, and it's actually one of your mix-up tools where you'll get a plethora of options that I will be going over momentarily. But yes, back four, homing move, and it's actually the starter of one of his tools that you can use out of that, which is his back 4-3. It's a very damaging natural 2-hit combo. You have that is down 4-3. That is definitely a tool that you'll be using, but you don't want to excessively use it because you can duck it and it's launch punishable. So, like how I explained in the Lars tutorial, his lows aren't the greatest. So you have to really be aware of how you use them, when you use them. You know, try to catch the opponent off guard and make sure you like pretty much set up the situation. That's what I'm pretty much getting at. So, you know, you may get in, harass, hit a few down 4-1s, maybe back up, and they're looking, okay, now they're looking for that, and then you just pop. So, and then this is also a low as well, down back 3. Now, in this game, down back 3 got a little buff compared to its tag 2 iteration. In tag 2, it didn't do much. In tag 2, all it did was pretty much do more damage on counter hit. But in this game, you get a hard knockdown, which is indeed a buff. And not only since you get a hard knockdown off of it, you see it on all 4 buttons. Yes, you get a hard knockdown, but you also, if they roll back or get up and press a button, and then that's another counter hit waiting to happen. So let's say they try to quick. This is basically a little bit of Okazemi. All 4 buttons. There we go. So if they get up wrong, you see that was a counter hit. They didn't press a button though, because actually on counter hit, this move can actually bounce you. So you definitely, when you get the knockdown off a counter hit down back 3, you want to, you know, utilize some type of Okazemi situation, because I believe. And then also, I know if they roll back, yeah, that can happen as well. So just be sure to explore your options, and then you can also get back to. So just ways to get, and then you can actually complete that. So, or if they get up quick, get a quick. So yeah, pretty much now that gets a knockdown instead of just more damage, it's a welcome buff, because I didn't really care to use that move, honestly, in tag 2, unless the situation presented itself or people just simply weren't watching their legs. It was too risky, because if they block that, you get punished. So you definitely, like I said, want to create the situation. Now, of course, now let's get on to some more key moves you'll really be seeing with Law. Of course, we all know it. It's probably one of the main reasons why people like to play Law. Flip kick. Now, I'm going to just get into the dichotomy of the flip kick. Now, with this move, a lot of situations can happen. Of course, it's a combo starter, and you can do a plethora of combos from it. This is what makes Law a very fun and versatile character to play. So basically, And then he has the double flip, or you can do that, and then while standing, then continue your combo, or double flips and then go into that. So, or flip and then. So it's a lot of options you have from that. But be sure to get in the lab when you do practice with them. Just practice doing like whatever combo situation you see fits best, and what goes along with whether you're going for damage, wall carry, in with possible Okazemi setup to start up another combo. Whatever it is, whatever goal you're trying to accomplish with them, basically from that. But that is definitely a key move. But be aware, like I said again, flip kick is not safe on block. So do not just go throwing it out recklessly, because if you're fighting a good player, they will wreck you every time for just flip kicking. I think I would suggest, me personally, the best time to do a flip kick is maybe to possibly like crush a low. So for instance, just do a quick record action with Miss Lean here. So pretty much, let's say, you're moving, the Jolly decides to step, and there you go, punish boys. Then you can also get the double flip. Oh wait, I messed that up. You see a whole lot of wall carry. And then you can simply block. All the way to the wall. So, as you can see, Law has a plethora of options once he, gets a punish situation. Now, I say when you land flip kick, try to get the most damage you can out of it, because like I said, once it lands, it's a big opportunity. Because like I told you, it's not really safe on block. So you can get punished if you just recklessly do it. Always create the situation. Like Law, a big facet about Law is basically he's a mix-up heavy character. So he has to create the situation in order to really be scary or effective. Now, and with that being said, we're gonna go into another move that's very useful for Law that you'll be using a lot. Is his Dragon Hammer, which is forward 1-2 or forward square triangle all together. And it's plus on block, counter hit, you get a bounce, so combo opportunity. So a very useful move. You can definitely set up, do a little bit of trapping, a little bit of frame trapping. Now this I have learned to use with Mimic. So let's see here. So let's say you do this. So now, like I said, Dragon Hammer is plus. It's like +1 on block, so it's best to follow up with a quick move. Like if you have a 10 to maybe 12 frame move, because you're going to interrupt what's coming next from the opponent, because they're at a disadvantage. So let's see here. Now you see it traded, because that's obviously it's only +1, so you don't have a great advantage. That's why I say you want to do like a quick move that can give you advantage. So, and that's Magic 4, which is probably one of your best options, if not the best option, if a person is pressing buttons, because it leads to a combo situation. And we all love combo situations. So be sure to just practice setting up your opponent off a Dragon Hammer. Now, of course, a smart player A smart player won't recklessly just hit buttons. They won't just recklessly hit buttons, so that's not always going to work. Like I said, you have to get into their head, mix them up enough, and to get them to want to press something. Because this move, like Dragon Hammer, kind of makes you want to press something if you're a player who's a bit overzealous on offense, and that's do or die against Law. Let me show you one more. Actually, of course, one of the patented moves, which I'll get into more detail in a second after I show you this quick demonstration, is oh wait, hold on, stand guard. There we go. But yes, down 2-3. And since I showed you that example, we'll just go right into it from there. So, what's up? What's up, Steve? What's up? What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning into the stream. But yeah, as I was saying, down 2-3. Now, down 2-3 will definitely be a padded tool for you. But again, once again, you have to use it in the right situation because it is launch punishable on block. So you want to, like I said, in the situation I just showed you, counter hit is definitely one of the best times to use it because it leads to big damage, and we all want our damage, obviously. So then, as you can see, it's a launcher. Now in T6 and Tag 2, it did like a little baby wall or a baby floor hit, and then you pick up. And this one, it's a full launch, so you can get a little bit creative with how you use this move in this game, as opposed to Tekken 6, where you could pretty much only really start up with Shaolin spin kicks. But so yeah. And they first introduced the move doing this property in Tekken Revolution. I don't know if any of you or many of you played that free-to-play Tekken game that was released, I think about, I want to say roughly 2-3 years ago, I want to say, because it was on the PS3, and it came out during the summer. And, they changed a few properties, and that was the first time where they was kind of trying to eliminate the bound system. So we got it wasn't tailspin yet, but we got our first taste of not having a bound for real, and basically using the new system somewhat that we got now. So the property is not new, but it's now the new regular, as per se. And so doing it now, like I said, you can get way more creative with the moves. The move set you follow up with after, which is a cool thing, which makes him that much more fun of a character to use. Which he's always been fun, but this game is probably his most fun iteration yet. And I'm definitely glad that Namco cracked him open a little bit more by adding, some of the plethora tools that they did give him as far as new stuff, which makes him more fun. So yeah, but down 2-3, its best usage is for counter hit opportunities. When you catch somebody pressing buttons, they're hitting a whole lot of buttons, or you're frame trapping them, or and et cetera, et cetera. So now, next move that you'll see a lot from Law is 4-3, which is Shaolin spin kicks. Now, beware, you can duck this. Now it does not jail anymore. It used to jail, which was very cheap because it led to a free mix-up basically on block. Kind of like how Eddie's slippery kicks used to do. So they had to, they gave it back to him and it was too cheap. So they took it away again. Now, 4-3 actually opens up your chance, especially on hit, that's the most effective situation. To DSS, which is Dragon Sign Stance. And I know a lot of you, when it comes to law, y'all hear that term a lot. And that's like a key element to them, which I'm going to go into in detail in a little bit. But basically, it's one of your go-to punishers too. It's 11 frames. So if something is negative 12 and higher, you can use it and try to set up certain situations. As you can see, that's Dragon Sign. Like I said, I'm going to go into detail. So to you players that are new to them, do not worry. I'm going to give you the rundown on that entire, having that in your arsenal. But yeah, pretty much quick, 11 frames. So he has something outside of jab that's pretty fast. This move you can mix up while pressuring. I know one thing I like to do sometimes, if I get the down 4-1, you block it, and then you move, and then let's say I get back in, and then I may throw that just to test and see if you'll duck, because even though it's duckable, most people still do not duck it. So don't go ham crazy, like just doing it for free. Like, no, it's like, set up the situation. And then, pretty much your offense can begin to start. And once lost pressure begins up close, it can be just downright relentless at times. But like I said, don't go crazy with this move, because it can get ducked and you can get launch punished for it. And also, it's 3 kicks to it overall, but I usually just do 2, because the third kick is very, like, you can truly duck the third one. This is all 3. He's had this move for a while. This is pretty much one of his, bread and butter moves, if you want to put it that way. Let's say Elite Raw does 40, so definitely if you get hit by it, it can be, pretty damaging. Like, because once it connects, it's pretty much, you can pretty much finish it up. As you can see, it's a natural combo. So, but that's definitely one of the key moves you'll be using from him. And like I said again, I mentioned DSS, that's coming in a second. I'm going to go over a few more moves that are trademark and that you'll see a lot of. Okay, another move, and this has a new feature added to it actually. He's had this move since like T6, so it's somewhat old but somewhat new. I'm talking about 3+4 or X plus circle together, which is this. Now, it's 14 frame Punisher. So he's always had a 14 frame technically. But this is what makes this move amazing in this game. The new follow-up that they gave him, you might have briefly seen it while I was doing little combo examples, but X plus O and then O again, or 3+4, 4, which is this. Yes, we have a 14 frame launcher, ladies and gentlemen. Law has a 14 frame launcher now, which makes him an amazing character, as if he wasn't already like a dope character. But now he's amazing because he has that now. So this move is definitely going to be in your arsenal. I definitely recommend you get used to using it. Practice, 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 because it leads to so much, as you can see. Excellent carry opportunity, can lead to big damage. You definitely want to get comfortable with using this move. And it's a 14 frame Punisher. So a lot of moves that certain characters would do, they're going to get eaten for it. And pretty bad. Case in point. Going to show you. Now, I know Jiayu is a character that's just the talk of the moment because of how amazing she is in this game. But one of the key tools that she uses that I don't see people consistently punish enough is her back turn forward, which is, let me see, start recording, which is this move. Now, that move is, I believe, negative 15 on block. So she can pretty much get eaten if you know that it's that unsafe. So I'm gonna give you an example. Now, this is the new 3-4-4 in action. Let's see here. Let me see, did I, oh, my bad, hold on, start again. Oh, a little late on that, making sure it's, punish, one more time. Punish, one more time, I just love seeing that. Punish, yes. One more time. Oh my God, yeah. I just love seeing it. I'm sorry, it's too good. So as you can see, can really just make it hurt now. A lot of moves that Law couldn't like greatly punish, he can now punish and get a watch, which to me is one thing that held him back a little bit at just being retarded good. But now he has that in his arsenal. So you cannot just freely do some of the moves that you used to like to do. And that's welcome to, Law players. We're glad he has that now. Because before in the past, all we got from 14 was this, which was cool. I mean, it hurt, but I couldn't really make it hurt like I can now. So, as you can see, now 14 frame module. So get comfortable using that move. Add that to your arsenal, whether it's punish, whether it's in combo, whenever. That move is your best friend. It is a friend. It is an ally if you are a Law player. So moving on to the next move, key move you're going to use now. Now, for sidestepping, or people who like to sidestep, I already showed you earlier back forward. That's and then there's one thing I didn't show you about back forward is that, as you can see, he continues spinning. He also can go into his back turn, which he just stays with his back turn. He has a few moves out of back turn, but that's one thing in your arsenal you have. So somebody sidesteps you, you can either stay forward or turn. So now, another move he has that's similar, but hurts a little more and has a slight bit amount more range is back three. Now, this move is his homing move. As you can see, smacks him back. And then also, he can stay with his back turned in that. So properties are pretty similar to back forward, but as you can see, different. Yeah. So this move, of course, like I said, you can stay back turned, so it can lead to mix-ups out of back turn. I'm gonna go into, when I get to the stances portion of the tutorial, I will go over this. But yeah, this move, like I said, stops homing. Definitely you wanna keep it in your arsenal to keep people from sidestepping. You can't punish it, so maybe mix it in, like if you're about right here, mix it in with some back two, because most people, after they block back two, they're either gonna backdash or they may try to sidestep. And if they backdash again, you just move forward and back two again, and then kind of like fish form to make them try to sidestep. And as soon as they do, they're gonna eat a nice amount of damage for trying to sidestep away. So definitely will be a key move that you use. And then, of course, if they press a button, it just does a little bit more damage. As you can see, 32. So this move hurts, does a lot. So this will help. This is one move that can help keep that sidestepping in check if you're fighting an opponent who likes to sidestep a lot. So let's see, next next useful move that we got on the plate. Um, it's a move I like to use, especially if I'm like moving and basically keeping space, or maybe backdash, and then forward, or basically banana peel. Funny name, yes, but this move can definitely be tricky and something you need to mix up with your low assault. But banana peel is down forward 3+4 or down forward X plus O, and it's pretty much low hitting move. You use it from you use it from a distance. Basically, mix it up. Like I said, your lows aren't safe necessarily, but if you can mix up the game and how you use them and the way you can manipulate the opponent as far as what they get hit by, then like I said, using it correctly is the key. You can't just be reckless and brash with it. You definitely have to know what you're doing, mix it up, and try to just keep the opponent on their toes. And then, because the thing is, once they get hit by so many lows, now they're going to be watching for it. So now that that's going on, and they start to try to block low, then your flip kick could come into the picture. So let's say you hit somebody with that, and then now they're getting weary, and then you dash up again, and then they possibly may think, oh, another one's coming, and you just do a flip kick. Just a few possible scenarios I'm trying to draw up, but definitely try to use this from around like just outside of sweep distance, like just outside. So when you're hovering around this area mainly, because like I said, because from this range you can get back in and then possibly start up close, and then use your maybe down 4-1 or back 2, and then open them up, and then they get hit by it, and now they're like, oh, what's he gonna do next? Because like I said, Law is a mix-up character, so you definitely want to be mixing the opponent up and trying to keep them on their toes and get them to panic, because Law likes people who panic, because like I said, he has a plethora of counter hit tools that he can capitalize off of and get big damage, since he is also a counter hit character. See, what's the next move we can go into? Yeah, the move that you saw a lot of at CEO, especially from my mans on the West Coast, Rip. Yes, the good old dragon slide. Now this move, also low, or being low, it's a pretty damaging low. You definitely want to mix it up when you use it, because it is not safe. Excuse me, crouch dash. Yeah, it is not safe. So you definitely want to be aware of how often you do it. Now, if you're in an opponent's head, you can probably get it to really, because what I like to do, as you see, like sometimes I'll maybe hit you way more into those and then dash. Once you see the dash, usually when you see a Law do this, they'll panic, and then they're either gonna try to respond with something, because you could actually just get up and do nothing, or you could mix it up and do wild standing 1, which is also another useful move you can use from crouch dash. So, but yeah, dragon slide, definitely a useful low, because it can set up a lot, and then it does a lot of damage. And then, of course, if you when you land it, you can get a free little sweep kick, and I believe on counter hit. Well, yeah, pretty much just the same scenario. But so that's definitely another mix-up out of your crouch dash that you have, that you want to use and move. And also might as well tie in while standing 1, because that's a best friend move. It's mid and it's safe. So if you're in your opponent's face and you want to harass them, while you're crouch dashing. You know, you can definitely do that because you cannot be punished, and you can also go into DSS from that. Like I said, I'll get into that more in a second. So again, mix-up character, that's his archetype. So you definitely want to keep the opponent guessing with your options that you do have. Law definitely has the offensive firepower to wreck you once he puts his hands on you. So you definitely want to be aware. And then also, with this while standing 1, he has the ender of 2. So that's pretty much a while standing square triangle for people who aren't too high on Tekken notation. And that's this. And of course you get the knockdown. Now, one tactic you can't do when you do that, because it's hard knockdown, so now you can get right back into their face. Like I may do a fake somersault after that, just to get back in range, and then see what you're gonna do or how you're gonna react. And also, like since it's basically like a stance somewhat, you got mix-up options out of it, and that's another one that I just briefly showed to you. Is yo, what's good, Will? Yeah, but I briefly just showed it to you. Is the Dragon Cannon, which is his 4-4-3, and that's another move he can use. As you can see, it got the little buff of being an armor move. So definitely the best time I like to use Dragon Cannon is when someone is definitely hitting buttons, and then they just press them and just get destroyed by that kick, because it eats up some hits before, you know, and it's a powerful, as you can see on clean hit it does 45. Ugh. And then on counter hit it does, yeah, if it's clean and counter then it's 54. So that move hurts a lot to get hit by. Now we can move on a little more. Now, since I pretty much touched on the key moves primarily that you'll see from law players, most laws, especially like skill ones, you're pretty much going to see a lot of moves that I showed you. We're going to get into his stances now. Now, the one I showed you earlier, back turn. Now, back turn, he pretty much, like, he's one of the few characters in the game that has a back turn stance and can do move. Of course, you know, Jia has back turn shenanigans. Fang has back turn stuff. Trying to think if anybody else has back turn. I know once Lei arrives in the game, he has back turn as well. So, like I said, certain characters have access to this stance. And you pretty much, oh yeah, Master Raven. Yeah, I forgot Master Raven has back turn shenanigans too. But yeah, as I was saying, few characters have access to this stance and have a different plethora of moves, mix-ups that you can do out of it. For Law, let's just go over some of the basics. So let's see, you have 1-2 or square triangle. You have oh yeah, Yoshi. I keep forgetting Yoshi. See, Yoshi is such an obscure character that I forget about him. There's not many people that use him. Like, of course, I know about Kane and Trench and Just Frank James and a few other players that use him, but he's so obscure and not talked about as much that I forget about him. But thanks, Jax Loco, for that assist real quick. But yeah, as I was saying, with Law's back turn, so you have 1-2. It's a high, but as you can see, it gets a little hit stun on it. So let's see what else we have. 4-3 or Circle X is pretty damaging 2-kick combo. With this as well, you can actually mix up from that. Now, be aware that's a high, so people can duck that. So, like I said, beware how you use it. You want to really be in the opponent's head before you like start trying to implement like certain moves in the back turn arsenal. Now, probably the most famous move out of back turn stance is his down forward or down circle. Now most people like to use a mix up where they'll slightly look like they're turning back and then just go into the sweep. Wait, hold on, let me see here. Wait, mess that up. But yeah. And basically, that move, as you can see, is a natural launcher. So sometimes you may just want to get a person scared. As you can see, when you're in back turn, you can either go back away or stay in their face, or just simply go back to standing up straight. So you have a plethora of options out of back turn even that could just turn into offense. So like I said again, he's a mix-up character. So he has access to all of these options on offense. Because actually, now that you crouch that, you can go into your wild standing stuff. So you definitely want to be aware. Basically, you got to be attentive to the law player that you're playing because they can do a lot. Now, like I said, wild standing for out of back turn. So just a lot of people, though, they like to hit buttons or try to jab you out of your back turn stuff. But like I said, you can mix it up by just simply not even going in the back turn and just they're getting hit by back four over and over. And they're like, oh, no, he's not back turning. So now you're looking for that. Now I stop and then the mix up begins. So like I said, again, mix up character. So let's see, what's another move out of back turn that's specific? I think that's pretty much covers because he only has about, oh yeah, you can also do this, the jumping forward, which is up forward four or up forward circle, and the flip kick, which is this, or excuse me, hold on, wait. Oh, I guess oh wait, no. I think that's 3. Yeah, it's 3, my bad, not 4. Jumping 3 into 4. So that's up forward X into O. And then of course 4 is just 4 from back turn is just this. Which both situations can lead to some type of damage, but 4 leads to a combo. So like I said, you have to somewhat condition your opponent to fall for a lot of this stuff though. Because especially someone who likes to play really solid. This is what makes, while Law isn't ridiculously demanding on execution, his mind games, Yomi and all that, you have to be on point. Which is why it's not easy to win with him at high level, because Law has been the same character for practically since his inception into the series with minor to minimal change. So a lot of people are aware and ready to fight him. So as the Law player, you pretty much have to have your fundamentals, Yomi, mind games, and all that on point to really be successful with the character. That's why even though Law is pretty easy on most of his stuff to execute with, except maybe his DSS stuff, but like I said, general, not hard execution, but at high level, harder to win with. Which is why you don't see an incredible amount of Law mains, because they committing to that and playing at high level and trying to really, truly, basically outplay your opponent is a lot of people are not ready to answer that call. So that's why it's only like a few Law mains. Now, so we talked about back turn. Now, let's get into fake step, which is basically this one. Wait, hold on, excuse me. Which is, yeah, back 1+2 or back square triangle. So basically jumps back and then this happens. Now, when an opponent attacks him per se, they pretty much get put into a parry situation. Okay, so we got yep, so that happens. So when they punch you and you're in that state, throw them to the side, and you have access to a few options once this happens. You have the low, which is 4. You have, let's see what else you have. Hey, hold on, that is terrible. Yeah, somebody changed it. There we go. Okay. So restart. So yeah, like I said, 4 again. 3, which is a damaging kick. Let's see what else. Oh, so they changed that. But pretty much, like I said, you have the low, which is a knockdown, and then, like I said, 2 knockdowns. So I'm guessing they changed that a little bit. Like I said, I haven't explored every single law change as far as the properties, what they did to his move. So I'm somewhat learning, because I've been playing more Lars, but people forget I'm a law player too, because I've been playing Lars so heavy. But so yeah, that's a change. And this is pretty much, like I said, it's a fake out. Oh yeah, and then for the forward one, you can do that as well. So, but I believe you have to be pretty, you have to let a lot of the move or the animation like play for a long time. So I wouldn't recommend you using that move much. It's weird. I just did it, but like I said, I gotta mess with it a little more myself. But like I said, you have a few options out of fake step. It's pretty much a defensive stance, and you can mix that into your game too. Most people don't really use it though, because you pretty much the character has to be like. It works best on people who really destroy their buttons or pretty much hit their buttons a lot. So if you got a button heavy person, that's when that stance could come out. But I still wouldn't. He has like 1 to 2 other options that are even better than that one. So but let's continue. Now, the stance that everyone hears the most, probably his most talked about, most should be used tool in his arsenal, DSS, which you see him do that, and that's pretty much the sign that you got it. Now, the manual way to do it is down 1+2 or down square triangle. Now, once he goes into this, he again, like this stance, has a few moves that he can use out of it. So let's just start with the basic. So now you have 1 or square. You have square into forward square, or 1 into forward 1. You have 1 into 4, which is pretty damaging. Then you have that's new to the stance. He didn't always have that. That's a new low. That is DSS 4. So down 1, 2, and then hit 4 or circle. Then next up he has his spin kick he's been had, and that's DSS 3 or down square plus triangle X. And as you can see, it has homing properties, and also when you launch, it can tail spin. So another useful tail spin that he has. And also probably 2 of the favorite moves that people like to see out of this stance, if you get it, is forward 3 or forward X, which is Dragon Cannon, which he can do out of the stance. Because remember, you also can do forward 3, which is the same move, but out of the stance you just have to hit it 1 time. And then of course, the move we love, Legend Kick, which the notation has been changed to forward 4 due to accommodate the new low that he has. But so those are pretty much your options out of DSS. Now, everybody also heard the term DSS cancel. Now, out of a certain plethora of moves, Law has the ability to go into DSS after he does the move. And I'm just going to show you some of the ones that he can go into out of it. So it's back 2-2, as you can see, stance happen to it. 4-3 or 4-3-4. Let's see what else. 1, or while standing 1, he can do it. So, and then I don't think he can't do it. He used to could do it out of somersault, but unfortunately he can't no more. As I showed you, back 2-2. So he pretty much has some good pressure too, because most of the moves that you can go into it, is good pressure opportunity. But it's best to do it when it lands on a hit. I mean, you can do it on block, but you have to really you have to have conditioned your opponent to a level where they're afraid of what you're going to do next. So now, the hard part about DSS cancel is utilizing it in certain combos. Now, the most common way to utilize it in combo is 4-3 or 4-3-4, which is Shaolin spin kicks. Now, I'm going to give you some visual aid. So you can see the inputs on the screen. But as you know, the notation to cancel into DSS is back, forward, forward, when you're using it out of, because if you do just 2, you're gonna get the walk back stance. We don't want that because we can't combo. So, quickly. Now when you see him do that, as you can see, the third forward is out there. So this is something that's definitely gonna take practice. Practice, practice, practice. Because you wanna do it in combo, because this leads to some of his most damaging, and I mean most damaging combos. Like, as you saw me doing earlier. See that? And then you get to continue to follow up from that. Of course, then what you see all the time from a lot of Law players, they'll run up. I do a shorter combo, actually, but it's a legend kick to get that nice wall carry that you get from that. So you wanna practice DSS so you can get the most you can from him out of damage. So like case in point. Let's see, switch positions, opponent status, player status, opponent direction. No, wait, it used to be a way, I probably can't think of it right now. Ah, there it is, okay. Wall. Okay, so now, reason why I say you want to get this DSS canceled down is because at the wall, once you get it down, you will have access to his biggest wall damaging option once he splats you. And that is 4-3 DSS cancel into Dragon Cannon, which is 4-3, or in the other notation, circle X, back, forward, 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 and then of course you do your DSS move 4-3. So pretty much this is we're just gonna do a wall splat and then show you. So right here. And that's pretty much what it's gonna look like. As you can see, it does a lot of damage. You wanna definitely practice that. Now in this game, it's a little lenient on how quick you can, or how long you can do the 4-3. as compared to old games where it was a lot tighter, a lot harder. So, but you definitely still need to have it on point when you try to execute it, just so you can not miss out on damage. Because as you can see, that was 67, and that was only 5 hits. So most people will, as I showed you, to get that big damage from one of their launchers, let's say Dragon Uppercut, which is while standing 2 or while standing triangle. So you get that big wall carry, then once they get to a wall, damage. As you can see, cracked over 80. And just the damage possibility with this character is retarded in this game. Like, Law is one of the most damaging characters in the cast. So this is why I say you knowing the cancel can like make all of the difference. A lot of people say you don't need it. I disagree, because you're playing, in my opinion, you're playing yourself short a little bit if you do not use his DSS. That is literally like one of his core things that makes Marshall. So like I said, take the time to practice canceling into it. Another option that you can cancel into it is the while standing forward that you saw earlier. So, and let's say you're, because even at the wall, let's say you get the splat, then you could DSS at the wall. Of course, I did that a little too slow, because you can actually combo that. It's a little harder to do because the timing is a bit strict on while standing forward. So yeah, there you go. So you definitely want to learn the DSS cancel out of the move, the kicks. The key ones you're going to see a lot, like I said, is 4-3 DSS, sometimes 4-3-4 depending on the situation. Like, I would only do the me personally, I only do the 4-3-4 just to do that. As you can see, mad carry, since that was pretty much your attacks that started off the combo, and get that wall carry, and then of course DSS to end it. Oh wow, messed that up. Just want to pull it up. Like I said, myself, I've been playing so much Lars that I got a little bit of rust on my Law, but I still got the knowledge. So there we go. There we go. Damage. As you can see, big damage. Big damage. That's what you want when you're using this character. Get that damage, because he hurts too bad. And not knowing DSS, you are missing out on a lot of damage. Because if you don't know the DSS, then you're going to have to settle either for that, which is cool, but still ain't his most damaging, or settle for this, which sometimes you're going to do in certain situations. But like, no, we want max damage, bruh. We want max damage. We want that 4-3 DSS and the 4-3. That's what we want at the wall when we get that splat and we can do it. Because sometimes you will have to do this, which is junkyard starter, which is back 2, 3, and then down back 4. And then the other one, which is the standing kick, that's just 4 without the down back. So back triangle X and then down back circle, or back triangle X circle. Those are the notations for junkyard. The junkyard kick and the junkyard sweep. So and with that being said, that pretty much covers majority of Law's options. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. There's one more, and it also is tied to the DSS. But this is more so a defensive option. I'm talking about that good old parry, which is now the notation for parry. You can either do back 2-4 or back triangle circle or back 1-3, which is or back square X. Now this move allows you to pretty much parry punches and kicks. It does not parry knees and elbows, so do not try to parry knees or elbows. You will get bopped for doing that, so do not do that. Only do it to punches and to kicks that are mids and highs. So you can stop mids and highs that are kicks and punches with this tool. The only thing you can't stop, like I said, knees, elbows, and certain moves that have, I think it might be certain moves that lose the crush properties. I don't know. But other than that, it's pretty good parry, pretty solid. Parry's majority stuff. So I'm gonna give you an example. So as you see as a string. Now you're blocking, so you really can't press the notation. You need a little bit of room to do it. So as you can see, through the attack to the side. And that's what happens. Now, there's more to this move. As you can see, the attack is being nullified, but what else can I do from it? What else can you ask? Well, you can DSS cancel and basically get damage. So pretty much in this case, once you see the cancel land, just back forward and then do the best option, or the option you'll see the most from most law players when they get this is that, which is DSS 1-4. First punch is very fast and can pretty much take advantage of the opponent since they're in a stunned state, as you can see from getting their attack thrown to the side. So that's going to be like probably your most reliable option. I mean, you can do other options. Like you can do two, which is just triangle, but you have to have your timing on point because there's a little slight animation where, you know, doing that move. So you pretty much got to be quick if you're going to use that. Yeah, or that happens, and then now you don't get nothing. That's why I say that is the most reliable option. I mean, depending on where you at on the stage, I believe, because let's say someone is, because I think the best time to use that move, because I've seen Just Frame James do it a lot, is when you got the wall and they're pressing buttons. So basically, hold on. Because you get the splat. And as you can see, another DSS situation can happen. Yeah. But you have to be quick with the timing. Yeah, you don't want that to happen. So I've definitely, if you want, you can practice this. You don't have to do this, but if you're at the wall, it's an option to keep in mind. So if you can, definitely practice that. If you just want that as another available thing to have at the wall, but remember your timing has to be pretty crispy to get the two, so you can actually take advantage of the recovery of them recovering from getting their attack period. That's the key. That's why I say the timing has to be on point. With that being said, that pretty much covers Marshall. I probably in the future and even I'm probably gonna do this for Lars as well. Is make a little combo vid just to explain it, because in tutorials I like to touch on the more technical gameplay style of the character. That's what I usually want to do when it comes to these tutorials. Whoa, Milan, what's up, man? What's going on? Thanks for tuning in again. Dude's a faithful viewer right there. Definitely appreciate it. But yeah, like I was saying, when it comes to tutorials, I like to focus on the important stuff. Combos are just pretty stuff to look at most of the time. Of course, that's how you get your damage. But, you know, as far as the appeasement of looking at something, that's pretty much what it is. But in tutorials, I like to focus on the important stuff. And that's pretty much the majority of what I went over in this tutorial. So, like I said, this video will go up on my YouTube. Be sure to follow it. It is a brand new YouTube, so it's just up and running, just starting. It's L Train's Fighting Dojo. Type that in on YouTube, and like I said, I got a few videos up there. This broadcast will be up, and I'm also may take a crack at streaming on YouTube just to see how it is, because I've never done it before. As you know, of course, I'm on Twitch right now, and this is my Twitch channel. You can also follow this as well, but also be sure to subscribe to L Train's Fighting Dojo. Oh, thanks for the tutorial. Looked it up. It was a great help, especially the blue bow part. Mine's on point now. Can even do it. Oh, cool. I'm glad it helped you, man. Hey, look, if the tutorial helps one person at least I've done my job. So I'm thrilled to hear that, man. I'm glad, because I'm promoting that tutorial a lot. I'm gonna be pushing this one a little bit too, for people who want to learn law and get into law. But yeah, man, glad to hear that. Thanks that the tutorial helped you. I'm glad I was able to help somebody. And I'll also be doing, one thing I will also be doing is character breakdowns or anti-characters videos. So if you're having trouble against said character, I'm going to start making videos on that. I know there are some of those that exist on YouTube, but you can learn something from each one. I'm going to be doing that as well, especially since I'm primarily using my characters. What will make mine different is obviously the characters I'm using for the anti-strategy. So I'll be doing that. Matter of fact, the first one that I will be doing will be this woman right here, because she's been a thorn in my side in this game. So I'm definitely going to be breaking down a lot of anti-stuff against her. And that video, or that stream, I should say, will be coming up. I'm probably going to do it, I'm aiming for this coming Wednesday to Thursday. Because with the anti streams, I want to gather up as much anti-data as possible, meaning me sitting in the lab and figuring out as much as I can. So by the time the stream happens and the video goes up on YouTube, I have as much anti-information as I can to help you guys out. Because we all learn it. But I'm just trying to be as big as a help as I can, and to help in any little way, whether it's you don't know how to stop this, you don't know how to stop that, you don't know how to, pretty much the whole nine. But yeah, that'll pretty much conclude this stream. I may stream on my YouTube just to test it, but it's probably gonna be a little bit of ranked play. So if you're not following my YouTube channel, as I mentioned, it's L Train's Fighting Dojo. Look that up on YouTube, and Like I said, I have the punishment tutorial I made on there. I have the large tutorial I made on there. I have the movement tutorial I made on there. And I got a little bit of rank play and match play on there as well. Like I said, it's a new channel. I just started it up maybe like probably barely 72 hours ago. So it's brand new. Be sure to subscribe, share it, retweet it out on Twitter if you're on there. If you're on Facebook, share it. Get it out there any way you can. Because like I said, it will be a great resource, and then it'll be a little entertaining to watch too as well. And yeah. Oh yeah, and follow me on Twitter at LTrain_YHECEO. That last half is in all caps letters. Or you could just type in I believe LTrain Locomotive, and I'll pop up on there. So if you want to follow me and you're on Twitter and you want to follow me on there, that is indeed how you follow me. Yep, so that will wrap up this law tutorial. I'm going to post this up on YouTube as soon as I'm done and clip this. So you will be able to just have it and just to watch it as much as you need to, as much as possible. Be sure to follow on here as well. Follow the Switch. I stream frequently. And yeah, that'll wrap up Enter the Dragon. I hope you find your way with Marshall, aka Bruce Lee, aka Jeet Kune Do Master, Whole 9. And this is LTrain Locomotive.